Well then, on a scale of 1 to 10, this is how much I'm going to pour water on myself. Let's see. Well, this is the Domekata video, which is obviously... It protected me from a few things. I'm sure I'm a professional. Well, now, namaste. Namaste. Yeah, well, that's how it is from down here. That's how it is with Big Red, the Puma one. From Puma Tools, yes. Because the old one broke down, they dried out the old one. Yes. So, I forgot to mention that now we have a GoPro, which we're using to record things for you here, and this year we want to improve in this area as well. We'd like to buy a better camera, so that's why we need sponsors. We want to buy a GoPro 10 and we want to get a proper camera, so these are our plans. I explained it nicely, didn't I? Huh? Thank you for watching.
Willie, come. Willie.
Over the engine mount bracket, that's it, yes. So we can say that this is worn out. Would you take off the top? Oh, of course, this isn't the top, this is the bottom. That's just a cover. So what should we do with this engine bay now? We need to wash it, that's all. Ah, okay. Did you mean we should wash it with the frozen water? Exactly like that. Ah, I see. And if that's not all, just fix it over there, damn it. Me? It's going to be like an ice rink soon because it's below zero, by the way. It's already slippery here, but only where we splashed it like this. Well, that's going to be just enough. So was it a good idea then? Now I can push it. I can't. Put down that damn camera already. Jerk kid, it's so thick. Let's go, it was normal. Okay. It is the injector place. There are some water things here. Is the thermostat here? No, it will be here from now on because this is the water reroute kit. Yes, which contains one of these. No. And here it looks like we don't have such a thick hose. Look, there's our other engine, but rather this horror. There's one from which only the heating comes out. Aha, then the very first question I see, I've already fixed this. Yes, the one that's marked, that's one thing. Yes, he does it. Dakali does it. It's okay, at least he asks again, he can help write it down. There aren't any engines in it, but there are two. Look, that one? This in this gift package. Very much. I brought it.
Is the candy in the stuff to make the track slippery? The engine is so clean, it's really stupid. Good.
Then, like that. Aha, how would the little deer say it? Jesus, wow, good. How many?
You can get this in a store too. And you wait for the heating? Who stands out, so my lord?
Illuminates. Let's make him a fairy tale video, or the repackaged Vibrant, right? We've already discussed this. Yes, in V. Well, he just said there's none now, but there will be in the other places.
If it reassures you that we already picked up the package today that had it inside, then it's with Judith. Valve, slab?
Gasket, valve, slab gasket. From Unix.
Yes.
The oil return is the real one.
Which is already a topic. Yes, let's show it to the dear television viewers, okay? Because...
That's a small house.
PSS 342. That's not the point, but I'll show it since they're always nagging. 342, thread breakage. He said they're always messing with me. So, this still has Valbro on it, but this was bought a long time ago. This was bought a really long time ago, but it's still working. These pumps were made by TI Automotive in Gaio even back then, and also when not, but also there, but not these types, not these ones.
That's how they make the Hellcats. That's the point.
The point is that now these Walbros are no longer called Walbro, because in 2021 Walbro, or TI, decided to phase out the Walbro name from this tuning line.
Feed line. That's because from the factory, the fitting is already here, they just didn't use it. Here is the oil pressure fitting electronic throttle. This one has already been to me. There's a gasket here too. That's just because there's a little thingy here, you know, a thing, but we don't use it. Yeah, we're gonna need that pipe. I think 2 pieces of 9, 4 pieces of 9, 90 degrees is enough, but wait, you're not doing it right, man. It's not half. The starter, if it's standing like this, then it has to come out that way. It's not good. We're not engineering here. You're not looking because I'll poke your eye out.
All right, well, I apologize.
Of course.
He was filming my face at the same time.
This won't be good here. This won't be good here.
Does it not fit?
Well,
are there more engines that have already failed because of this? Yes, honestly, you don't even need to be Jenny for this. Just look inside and check the fitting. Here is the antenna and the inside. Take a look.
right.
There's no caliper here on the Supra. This is exactly 12 millimeter, and what a coincidence. The Supra's stock oil channel is also 12 millimeter. On the other hand, here we have a little problem, Houston. Let's drill that one out though. Well, that's the thing, you can't know, because after that, this is aluminum. It gets so thin that you can't tighten it. Well, I have these fittings made out of steel so that they fit through properly. Ajta, here is this one, which is normal. Look at the inner diameter. I'm just showing you like this. See how big the difference is. That's how I usually drill. Just a tiny mistake can cause a gese to get stuck.
There's this one option. This isn't bad either, because then we can come this way. But do you want to come like this? Why don't we just come down this way? So are we going somewhere or what? It doesn't really matter, but with this we fit better. I think I might have one that goes here, and then the filter is removable. This is the best, because with this you can fit perfectly well. Because look, you can put the filter anywhere, here, there.
Anywhere. This is a good solution. If there's no thermostat in it, then this works really well.
At most, you'll notice it in winter.
If you put paper in front of it, you'll spot the sensor. In winter, when oil is 50, 60 degrees, just use cardboard in front, like I did with the Zook back in the day.
Good afternoon. Aluminum pipe. Now I'm really debating here. It's 63.5 at the turbo, but I think as soon as I come off the turbo, I'll immediately expand it nicely to 2.5 inches. Okay, what else might we need?
This is my church.
Let's build a chimney with aluminum foil.
Come on, weld it together.
He can do it.
By the way, with a stainless rod underneath, a root weld. Autumn?
He's fine, just doing it. Damn it.
Nice stovepipe. Jerry, I'll give you the camera.
So you can also, oh, I've never done anything like this. Boo, such short laps.
Such short laps.
So how should this stand then? Like this, so we pull it flat? Or like this? The basis of thorough and good welding is cleaning. With aluminum, that's especially true. So why are we even expanding it? Because it's pretty big.
No, I mean, why is this even necessary at all? It's necessary because when the engine is running, the rings can't seal 100%. So when an engine is under load, or let's say it's old and worn out, it's not true that it just rattles together here. So if the engine is worn, or the engine is old, or for example it's turbocharged, its final compression pressure is higher. Namaste, then there is more and more blow-by gas it produces. The problem with that is if the engine gets too pressurized, after a while it will blow oil past the rings into the combustion chamber. And the factory pipes are pretty small. And from experience we know that on an engine like this, you usually need at least 2 vents of about 10 1/2 inch each for proper ventilation.
Now I would eat it. The point is, it can't be big enough.
Yeah, no, you can't make this too big.
Tell me why you did this, though. I think we'll reconcile. Yes, because aluminum can do something like when it touches the tungsten, or more precisely when the rod touches the tungsten, and it sucks up the pivot. And here's the other one. Up here, that's the other one.
That needs to be expanded.
Who lives in the box? Stuffing. I really like it, thank you. Yeah. Tiku, 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 tiku. So obviously we're still going to clean this up, but basically it's pretty motorsport.
Motorsport spec.
Spec. Then it's pretty motorsport.
Yes.
This is where it will come from. 2860 bastards. Okay,
Cool.
also let's note we won't use water in this.
Right?
Of course not. These are Jedi tricks.
Yeah.
I bought that. And since someone is definitely going to ask why we don't use water, that's why we don't connect it. I don't like connecting the water. Everyone says it's good and they're probably right. I don't like it because the pipe always burns out here. It heats the water a lot. It simply heats the water, but let's ask Gurgly about this.
Which part should we look at, Gary?
We're talking about water connection, by the way. Yeah, I don't like connecting it
Me neither.
because it can really heat up the water. They can make such nice little bubbles.
That's the point. That bubble remover is just perfect for this. When you let it sit until it's roasted red, it can create air bubbles. Yes. Because what is the water connection in the turbo for? When does it have a function? But when? When does it work? Because that's the fundamental mistake. Only when the engine is stopped in operating condition. So when the engine is running, from an emission reduction point of view, it helps it warm up faster because we're heating the coolant. However, while driving, when the turbo is operating, you rev it, push it, do everything with it. It doesn't need water heating. If you cool it down properly, then there's no problem. It's not about running the engine for 1 minute, 5 minutes, or 10 minutes, but until the exhaust gas temperature shows 250 degrees, about 2 minutes, and then you turn off the engine. After that, this water heating doesn't matter anymore. And let's not forget, from Gran Turismo 35 and up, those big turbos don't even have water heating.
Do you know what luck is? That the key works.
There's a little gasoline vapor.
Tuningáruház.hu-n
You can get great junk builds from Gary, not just this one. This worked best for me since it's the 100 one. The DeValtos guy is in junk builds and the junk builds guy is in DeValtos. This is just ultra bullshit.
This is like a 69 within the company?
Uh-huh, yeah, and by the way, you can tell this isn't the basic turbo since you would normally notice a small pinky-sized thing that's also noticeable in the turbine housing. That's essentially the point here.
By the way,
Yes.
there's a reducer in it.
And you know, glide turbos prefer the more oil. And of course it also matters at the outlet, so the diameters have to be right. And with the ball bearing one, it only needs a few drops of oil, so to speak. So usually there's a 0.8 or 1 millimeter restrictor there. And for example, Gary uses 2 or 3 millimeter restrictors for the big ones with the S300. Obviously, we're going to cut this here. And why are they doing this too? Well, let me tell you why this is. What's the experience? Usually everyone puts a silicone elbow here. If this, let's say, is pointing this way outward, then maybe it's not such a big problem, but the air here is really damn hot. It heats up the silicone a lot. After all, silicone isn't bulletproof either. They really like to blow apart nicely. It's always the 90 degrees. If it's straight, that's fine and we accept it, no problem. The elbow always blows apart. Good. So the basic settings are done. By the way, I'll fix the Frank for you now. That's exactly why you should have put it on. That 2554, the one with the ball. That would work really well, but listen, I don't want to lie to you right now. The new turbo costs 400,000 forints complete, brand new ball bearing turbo in the original Garrett box. That was the price. Well, for now. Gary is a poor man, he grows up by hand. That's the difference. Anyway, in math now, in reality, we actually get that back. Well, that turbo would be that much more flexible, that's it, and it would produce the same max power as this one. That's right. Let's wrap up today and go eat some crap. and drink some crap or watch some crap videos and go home to some crap. Because he's crap.
Zolty's a nice kid. I actually like coming here to the guys. It's so good to be here.
So the next day. But we probably have to wait for Alcatraz. So we decided to gather and write down the things. We go for studs, we go for nuts, bolts, and soon we'll look for samples. We'll assess what we need for the exhaust pipe, clamp, etc., etc. Muffler from Yugoslavia. We'll gather everything, and then we'll go get these, which will also take time. And then they ask why it costs this much. It's because we have to get these things. Obviously, you won't be the one going for it, but the person working on the car will get these things, and you can easily spend a whole day on it. So now it's 3:15. Let's say we'll leave at 11, and let's not forget to check what time we'll get back. We won't be back before 3. We're definitely not going to be back before 3. And obviously this is another interesting thing that a lot of people don't realize, that when I leave, my time is still being spent. So it's just like if I were working here. So I can charge the same hourly rate, plus I'm also using up my fuel, not to mention that. So don't be offended if someone goes out to buy things. I should add, usually these are all well-established places. I know where to go, so I don't need to Google anything or anything like that. I just get in the car, go there, and ask for what I want. Bring an advance payment, buy the materials, and we'll settle up at the end. At least that's how it works for me. So let's go, let's get under the car. Listen, we're going to need 3 meters of pipe, that's for sure, because I can't get less than that unless they have some scrap pieces, but usually 3 meters is the minimum that works. Sometimes you need even more, like 3.5 meters. Well, obviously there will be a lot of welding and a lot of cutting, but now we do have some good tools. We're not touching the fuel system, right? We're only changing the fuel pump. Okay, well, you can also work on those, for example. So what we basically planned here is a cross muffler. You can see that the whole system is relatively simple. You can pretty much run through it with a straight pipe. Well, the question here is whether we want any bends in it. We need 2 snap bends at the front. I'd like to have another V-band here. The point is that the rear muffler can be removed separately. 230, that's a pretty good 3-meter pipe. If the V-band is tilted a bit like this, and it's vertical over there, then the whole thing will only fit in one position. You get it? That's why it matters. But if I install it this way, the pipe will just rotate. I don't like it. Well, we'll figure out the cooler here, how we're going to do the cooler here. Oh, I'm losing my mind.
So we asked for the cooler. 550, 230.
230. That's going to be wild, damn. We'll just cut it like this.
Well, this is the simple one.
And then, as we discussed, we'll come up a bit from there, and maybe we can route the pipes just perfectly, so it's really awesome. But obviously we'll have to take off the what the heck, then we can put everything back and we'll see where we put what. This will be the bottleneck. And that's why I said that as much as possible. Maybe we'll cut this all the way up to here.
Yeah.
So we're leaving at noon after all. Yes, we're leaving at noon after all because there were still things to do here. Let's say that I go shopping at the welding supply store for, well, we'll see in a moment how much it costs. Let's say that's included in the hourly rate. Yes, in the hourly rate. Just last night we were discussing this whole labor fee hourly rate thing here with Zami and Jerry. And well, you know, this is again one of those things that, which is a very crucial point. You walk into any average car service and you start from 8 plus alpha. We came out of the welding technology department. We paid 21,000 for rinse. We bought wires, ceramics for the AVI, and pickling paste, which we're going to try out now, and there will be another Prokamaki. The next stop is the screw shop. If we really want to, we can spend more than 10,000 forints. All right, so we'll be back after the screw shop. The package didn't turn out too big. Well, it would have been around 28,000. We got a lot of discounts because we're cool and there were only little things, just a few screws. So an hour has passed since we set off. We spent 44,000 forints. And we're nowhere, guys. These are just so-called assembly aids. Obviously, it's not enough for a day. Let's continue our journey. Do you have an oil pressure switch? The usual main plus pressure Bosch combo sensor? Very good. Transfer tower, payments before spring, and the wonderful Bosch sensor. Let's have a coffee, but really fast. Oh, he had such a good voice. Listen. Oh, this will be serious but simple. It's so cool. And then here in the front, which isn't... What kind of gearbox is this? Is it sequential? Barris?
Paris.
Sequential?
Yes.
Hope Gino Budapest checked the sensor. You also brought a connector. Yes, it's 1:47 post-meridian. We're heading to Yugoslavia. And we're at 72,000 forints now. The old price, let's say, compared to the introductory price, now even the Magnaflows cost twice as much, unfortunately. But that's how it is with everything. If you look at rims or anything else, really, it's true for everything. This has worked really well for us. The Magnaflow technique, which is known for chip tuning, so your car will have a bit of chip tuning. You get it? I think a sensible turbocharging is the way to go, so let's try to do it in a way that we can actually make it happen now. I think we're starting from a reasonable 1.5 million. Maybe now it's a bit more, since labor costs and parts are in euros too. Price, the rest. Obviously you can cobble it together really cheaply. Sure, we see that a lot. We see it, and it works. Yes. The question is with what kind of performance. I think that in terms of performance and in every other aspect, this will be a setup that definitely holds its own. You don't see GTRs like this everywhere here. Wow, a bit that way.
So, I told you about this, that there's this 3-in, 3-out thing. 4 times 9 speaks.
Now we have to figure out whether we expand in that direction. So, and this one is actually big enough because it's longer than that one. You're the expert. I think we screwed this up. Or you're the expert. We screwed this up. Okay, I think so. This here.
I cut it here and I've already won. By the way.
It's very important that this is a chip fusion.
Yes, this is chip fusion.
Why not? Okay, so how much do you have? Cheap. Dear Istvan, we'd like to pay as we need to leave. Yeah,
Dear Zolt, we wish you a wonderful rest of the day.
Hi! Dear Manch, please open the door so I can take out the... Well, what dead one?
I'll pay for it, I'll take it out.
And he doesn't even start sucking off the Yugoslav. Opista, where's your car?
It's not here. Ha! This will be the new project since I came up with the idea.
This is the Model 3, right?
I'd like to find the rim that looks really good on it, you know. This is a 20. He's recording you doing something wrong.
Like this, and then like this, right?
Yes.
It doesn't open, does it?
I should, but just for me, because... Sabash, it's me, you know.
I can't wait for the training in Tokyo. Don't say it's not true, you bastard.
5,143.
Oh, how wonderful you are at the party.
From now on, I really don't need to do much to go.
Up so you can try it, yes. And what's really funny is that you can get a fake exhaust for it too, and I think it will have one. And then you can choose what kind of sound it makes from an app.
Yeah, you'll just have a straight 4 Tesla?
Yeah, like that.
Don't say you won't. Then we're all set. In 343, we're heading to Italinox now, which will take a while. We just left Italinox. It's 340 post-meridium. It's been purchased. Here are the materials. But unfortunately, we could only buy it in a 6-meter length, so I think this will last for a while now. In return, we'll eventually be able to make an exhaust system for anything. We'll do it for Sierra. We'll put on an open system.
I don't think it deserves it.
A 6-meter pipe costs 33,000 forints net. We didn't want a thin one. Because in our experience, thin pipes have a very rattly sound. However, everything else will be half. The pipe and the clamp as well. So our wall thickness will be just fine. We paid 65,000 forints for the exhaust system. 2. I could almost say there's enough for 2 exhaust systems. On top of that, there's also the vibration damper, plus the 2 V-banks. If we calculate it like this, let's say we bought the raw material itself for about 45,000 forints. Prices had been raised. It's 2022, so I wouldn't really consider it an Armageddon amount. We comfortably spent 200,000 today, and then there will still be things coming from Gary, aluminum pipes, stuff like that. So we wasted a good 4 hours. Multiply it by 8,000. I was still being nice since I didn't count the fuel. Well done. So let me quickly recap what happened yesterday, although I have some of it in a time lapse. This works up to 10 bar. You can measure more than liquids with it, right?
All right, it moved. Yes?
Well, this set, this is totally acceptable, right? Yeah, but I seriously doubt we'd go above a bar with this. Well, we need to assemble the things. Okay. It's 20 times 1.5. The old thread was this long. Like this. And we have one of these from Puma Tools. This is, do you know what this is? I know.
And you just cut this off.
What? I already cut this off, yes. Because, you take it off with that. Well, of course, we can only bring a wild tool, because what else would we bring but that? I'll try. What was I? How much do I need to reduce it? Sir, let everyone trust you. Let's do something. This isn't good. I'm about to mess everything up here, because that's going to fall out and I'll mess up your lamp with my hand, right? Let's dig someone.
Because, well, count back.
Well, I'm coming up. The best tool ever. Pretty cool. Turbine. Oh. Thank you very much. Very much. Thank you very much. It is very bad. Because like this here...
You could turn here, you see? So you have to cut anyway. Whatever you do, you have to cut.
Here, no matter what kind of pipe you make, you have to leave space so you can tighten the screws. You understand? Yes. So with this, I'm not sure I'll be any further ahead if you let go of that V-band. Yes.